Morning, everyone. We'll start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, and I thank you for all the blessings you give this county, Lord. I just pray that you watch over the commission today, that they make the best decisions for the county that we can. I just pray for safety for the county employees and the citizens of Linn County. All we're in honor and praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. I haven't seen them yet. Is it in SharePoint, the claims? Okay, I'll look it up. It's okay. I'll make a motion. We approve the minutes from July 20th.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I'll make a motion. We approve the claims in the amount of $699,583.79. That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do we have any ad debates? There are no ad debates today. Any changes to the agenda this morning?
Yes, we have several additions. We need to add Sherry Loveland under Public Works. We need to add an emergency management 5-minute executive session B12 for security management. Need to add a 5-minute executive session B1 for non-elected personnel with Jesse.
Jesse, that's just going to be the one for JD.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, that'd be JD and Jesse with a 10-minute executive session B1. And I believe that's it.
So emergency management B12. How many minutes was that? 5 minutes? And then 10 minutes non-elected B1 JD and Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
Sherry Loveland's just on the agenda. She doesn't need an executive.
Correct.
Do you have anything else, Jim?
I don't have anything.
I'll make a motion. We approve the agenda with the following changes. That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. AMR?
Good morning, Don Brooks with AMR with the ambulance report for July 1 through 26. Blue Mound had 5 calls, 3 transports. Centerville, my report says 22 calls. That's not true. It was 2 calls and 2 transports. Lacine, 36 calls, 23 transports. Fulton, 1 call, 0 transports. Mound City, 23 calls, 14 transports. Parker, 3 calls, 0 transports. Pleasanton, 29 calls, 19 transports. Prescott, 3 calls, 1 transport, a total of 102 calls and 62 transports with an average response time of 16 minutes and 11 seconds. Anything else for me?
I don't think I have anything.
I don't have anything. Thanks.
Thank you. Do we have anyone here with the Fair Board? Okay. Sheriff's report. I have it pulled up if you want me to read it, Jim.
Okay.
Total prisoners in 72. Total prisoners farmed out 0. Total farmed in 46. 911 calls says NA. Total jail contacts 6,186. Total calls for service, 677. Total calls for civil service papers, civil service papers served, 17. Then inspections, 23. New cases open, 25. Cases closed, 10. Vehicle crashes, 3. Bailiff contacts, 103. Livestock out, 4. 0 SRO calls. Fire chief?
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian
Morning.
Schroeder, Linn County Rural Fire. This week we had 2 gas leak calls, 2 motor vehicle accidents, 2 EMS assist, 1 fire alarm, and 1 equipment fire. That brings our total up to 369 calls for the year.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good week. I'll make a motion. We go into executive session for 5 minutes. You need something?
No.
Okay. What did you mean?
Minutes to get out as soon as possible, that's why.
Oh, but she's going over entire budget?
She's gonna just present it to you.
I'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be
We'll go into executive session for 5 minutes, emergency management, B12, security management. Turning at 9:13. With the 2 commissioners and emergency management director.
Second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I thought I just gave her- There was no action. Joni, you can pull a chair up today, or is that better? Mike? Thank you. Hmm? Oh, good. How are you?
Put together.
Okay.
Joni Reed, Linn County Treasurer, here to present my budget. And I also gave you the quarterly report as well today on top of that.
What was that?
Is that Jacqueline?
Yeah. Did you say something, Jacqueline?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my first year of doing the budget, so I'm not really sure what you want me to show you, except for I did do on this front sheet, comparison from 25 to what we're doing now and what I'm thinking for 27. I did reduce my postage quite a bit. I still have it at 10,000, but, last year I think we were at 16,000 because we're gonna do this new mail service. I still think our first year is probably gonna be a little higher than I expect because they're gonna charge us 25 cents per return mail. We have a lot of return mail. So I did kind of go over it a little bit more than, just in case. And then after 1 year of that, then I'll know for sure where we're at. I did ask for increases on wages for the employees and one for myself as well. And that's what this yellow copy here is. If you guys can see that there. And I gave you this one on the back is where a lot of the department heads' salaries are. And I am way below most people. So I'm asking the commish to review and adjust my salary to appropriately reflect the responsibility and workload and statutory duties of the office of the county treasurer.
Can you pull all elected officials' salaries? Is that what you're basing it off of? I just didn't see all of
And,
it.
well, and the reason I gave you this is I believe that lower because I do get some compensation as being over motivated. But that is a complete and separate thing according to this statute right here. So for that reason.
Did you do a comparison with other
counties,
treasurers?
I
Yeah.
have not.
Oh, okay.
I have not done that. And I'm not asking, I don't want to be greedy.
You're fine.
I just asked for, it's like 4,000, a little over 4,000 a year.
If it's not easy, I can get it next week. I was just saying I don't need it, but either way.
I'd say the biggest part of our budget is our salaries.
Right.
The contractuals, publications we have to post, matter of fact, that's what we're working on right now, just finishing up.
So your total budget went from 293, 606, 95 to you're asking for 295, 104,
Mhm.
28.
Yes. And I'm
But the
hoping-
increase is only 2,000 for payroll. Am I reading that wrong?
Well,
how
that's
much
where
do
we're
you-
at right now.
Total spent. Okay.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Where were we for 20?
25 or 25.
Actual budget for 25,
234,
234,
154.
but we're asking 232.
Yeah.
I thought that would
I
be
think
higher.
we had Janet in there last year. So. that
Did you
was-
come in at Janet's pay?
You had an extra
Yeah.
person
Right,
because
extra
of
person.
Janet leaving, right?
Yeah. So on,
That makes sense. I wasn't taking her into consideration.
so yeah, dropping her off.
You had
And
the
then
overtime.
on this back sheet here, it's got a better of where we're at. And that's current. And most of our budget, most of the biggest part of our budget comes in from August to November. That's when we really get hit with our publication and then all our
Right.
taxes and mailing fees and things like that. Which I'm really excited about the service that we're gonna do. I'm hoping that will save the county along. These budgets can be real fun. The more you work with them, the more numbers you see.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, did you put it in treasure or no?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's just current salary.
Okay. I hate the way this. It's very difficult.
I can see if your wages here, is that with your Carter
Which one? I'm sorry.
third page?
Third page.
Is that with your,
This one, the, for 2027?
that's with your car allowance on there?
Oh, which one?
I'm sorry. What is it labeled?
car
I'm
allowance on
in
there?
current
Oh,
salaries.
car allowance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you get like five.
Go in there?
or something like that for-
Okay.
Scroll up, we did one.
Oh, like for
Oh,
mileage?
sorry.
For
Mhm.
mileage, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I guess so.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
I guess, Jim, I'm sorry. That's probably just in my contractual budget.
So this is your wage here,
This is
and then
your
you
wage.
get, that's on top of that. Okay, okay, okay.
And I did, all the employees that are under the trigger anyways, I did try to give a decent step a raise.
Yeah.
I did not include.
Just step wages
Just
and
step wages.
everybody's.
I guess I have a question. With Debbie Snyder, she's at a 14 but gets paid more than Joni at a 15. That doesn't make any sense, right? Or am I wrong?
My guess would be that it was from the new elected officials that came in at what the previous elected official was at. And I'm gonna guess that's because of experience and time frame that Christie was here versus Janet.
But 14X wouldn't be that salary. So can we, are these, I guess I'm looking at the matrix
That is
number.
what they're currently being paid right now.
Exactly. Totally fine. But I don't have the matrix. That's not correct on there, right? Or, so let's say somebody comes in, those have to be updated. If, you know what I mean?
I fully am aware of what you mean,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
This goes back
I'm
to
just
the
trying to
matrix.
understand. I'm looking at matrix sometimes, and then when you look at the numbers,
Well, I've noticed I've got two, and they don't match. The numbers are completely off, and I think that's what you're looking at. And when it comes to the 15, the 14s, and things like that, they both say 2026. So I don't know why they're so different. But that could be why Debbie's looks different than what I'm looking at.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm trying to just understand
Oh,
why
100%.
it is the way it is. So, I would like to have these reevaluated on the salaries to make sure we're with the right matrix number. Because if I'm going to base, if I want to say, actually, okay, you're right, I'm going to put you at 16L instead of 15L, and that's even less than what the pay is of what someone else is making, but theirs says 14. That just makes no sense to me. So,
I remember David a few years ago went back and looked, and we balanced that as far as an average of some, but I don't know exactly. I can't remember, but I think he looked at that one time. But where we was at on
I think it's been, a few years ago, a couple
Two-
years back or
2
something.
or 3 years
I
ago,
remember
maybe.
that too.
You remember that?
I do remember you guys talking about it.
I don't remember. I
But
thought
it
we
didn't have anything to do with that part of it at that time. So I don't know what
Exactly.
the numbers were, but I do remember.
exactly, but I think we did something until we looked at the average or something. We brought people's wages up. Some of them are balanced it out to where it was
Yes, I do remember.
better than we were before.
I have not, besides just Googling what Kansas County treasurers make, and it's a broad number
Right.
year to year. But personally talk to any of them, I haven't done.
I mean, I think it just comes down to also the matrix,
Mhm.
which, you know, she just printed some more information out. We obviously want to update that in general, but I don't think we're going to get to it before this budget. So I would want to make sure everything with the matrix is correct. Or are you on the same page? Are you on the same page with that? Think that's important or no?
When you say you want to make sure the matrix is correct, are you implying that's what you want to go by, or you want to go by what the current salaries currently are? You're talking about honestly two different things here.
So like what the salaries are should correlate with the matrix. And that,
Correct,
And they're
but
not.
we do not, you and I think Jim too, at the times we've talked about things, we do not believe that they are all driving, which is why the conversation took place of we really
So,
need to revamp that
do
matrix.
we want to take the time to revamp or update the matrix letters and numbers to correlate with the correct pay? Or do we want, is that too much time?
I think with this time of year that we're at with the budgets in itself, elections with 2 elections, primary and general, I'm just not sure where that time is going to come from without some professional help that does that, which is what I provided to you. Was
The one this morning?
Mhm.
I don't think we've
Yeah.
had time to look at it.
Yeah, I sent it to you in an email last week, I believe it was, and it is costly. I'm not going to lie. There's
Right.
another group that's supposed to be sending me a quote as well, or a bid as well of what that would cost. But I do firmly believe it needs to be done because as we continue to look over when you're hiring somebody or we're hiring somebody, things just do not add up. They do not coincide with each other. And so it's really hard. This is what we're going by currently is what our current salaries are for every employee across the county, but they're not absolutely accurate with what's in that matrix.
Right.
And I think it will be hard to do updating that matrix on our own, Ally, without the budget
Right.
being completed. I don't think
Oh,
it can
it's
be
totally
done.
fine. But there are gonna be some department heads coming in or
Mhm.
elected officials asking for these increases in
Correct.
salary. And so for me, when I just pull it up, I look at it and I'm like, well, you're getting paid more than X, Y, and Z. Okay, that's what it says for the matrix, but then I go to the other column and I'm like, oh wait, no, you're not. You're below
That's why
everyone.
I gave you all the
Yeah, and so,
pieces there, 'cause I-
but I'm just wanted to kind of do a comparison with the other elected officials. And so when I'm looking at the matrix numbers, it looks like you're getting paid more, but then I actually look at the hard numbers and you're not. So I just need some time to kind of, I guess, figure out,
That's fine. I get that.
but
Okay.
I don't have an issue with
Something
anything
they would
provided.
look at.
Okay. We'll meet again on it, I guess, and, will we have another meeting on the budget?
I'm sure. we
Probably will,
I mean, you and I? You know what I mean?
probably,
Okay.
but I don't have any questions off the top.
I don't have from these figures.
I don't either.
Okay.
There's
Alright, so
nothing
let's
too
discuss it
drastic.
Again,
Yeah,
when we meet again.
Okay.
All right.
sounds good. Thanks,
Okay.
Joni.
No, you're very welcome.
Have a good,
day.
have a good week.
Go to this executive session, I think.
You need to go to the big executive session. Yes.
I'll make a motion. We go into executive session for 30 minutes with the two commissioners, the attorney, and Scott Nabas. Pursuant to Kansas statute 754319B2, returning at 10 o'clock. That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. There was no action. There was no action. I make a motion, we recess for 10 minutes, returning at 10:10.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
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 She didn't answer your win.
Your call has been forwarded.
There was no action. Fair Board, if you're present, you can come to the podium, just state your name and go ahead and ask for your request.
JD, you want to come up with?
I just
Good
need to
morning.
tell you what I need to say.
Yep, just go ahead.
I'm
State
Tyler
your name.
Craddock from the Linn County Fair Board. We would just like to request use of the road grader and the tire roller and an operator for Sunday night at the tractor pull. And we would compensate the county and then on from the county to the operator $500, if that's acceptable.
You got anything to say, JD?
Wrong with that.
Now, is there,
County fair is a big deal, been a big deal for years. I think the county should support it.
we're gonna supply 2 roll-offs to them too, right?
Correct. Typical, that's what they've done historically. Yes, sir.
We're just supplying equipment and you guys are gonna pay for the operator.
Yep.
I don't know.
Did you say 500 to the county or the employee?
That's what we had discussed was we're going to pay you guys 500 and then you would
That's
forward that
gonna be
on.
reimbursed to the driver.
Yep.
The operator. It's gonna
And
be.
then I brought a check if you'd like the check.
Just a minute. Jacqueline, you there?
Yes, sir. Are we back on?
Yeah, we're back. The fair board's here and they're asking for the use of they want a blade maintainer and then a roller. And in return, they're gonna give us $500 to pay the operator.
Okay.
And it'll be our equipment down there, and our operator, and they're paying for the operator, basically, what's happening.
Okay.
You
Legal?
good with that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You good with it now?
I'm fine with it.
I'm good with it too.
All right. Sounds great.
I'll make a motion. We approve the Fair Board to pay us $500 in exchange for our blade, roller, and 2 roll-offs for Sunday night at the Linn County Fair. That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. You can get the check to Chastity later, whenever.
I'll just give it to her
Yeah,
now.
that's fine if you want. Chastity, you okay with that?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good week. Appraiser? Yeah, just roll up one of those chairs. I'm sorry, we moved it back out. That's okay. Okay, sounds good. How are you doing? Good. This is for you. You just turn it on. Thank you.
Lisa Kelstead, County Appraiser. I'm presenting my budget for 2027. There's not a lot of change in it. In here, if you'll, I just want to just let you know of a few things. Just on our parcel counts, we're at 19,275 for our parcels. And if you'll look at page 5, it shows how many hearings that we had. In 2025, in January 26, we had 350 PUP hearings, and we had 286 informal hearings. So some of those are still going on to, I've got 5 parcels right now going on to BODA. So I've got 2 commercial parcels and 3 agricultural parcels that are going to Topeka on BODA.
And there's already been 4 in Topeka or more than 4?
We've had about 4 parcels, yes, go to Topeka, yeah. And they've already gone through the small claims. So they go through us first, and then they go to small claims with a state appraiser, and then and those have already been decided on, so.
I just had a citizen, he was one that had gone to Topeka. And just for clarification, he had said that only 4 people had contested their taxes.
Oh,
That's
no.
actually
Not true.
completely not true.
That's the ones that have gone three levels.
3 levels through the county first.
County first. So we did, so his, if it's a person I'm thinking of, his were 24 and 25 hearings. So, and some of those were, they've been on, BODA's very slow, so it takes a while to get through all 3 phases.
So when they file, they come to you first.
Yes.
You try to work that out.
We try to work it out and see if we have issues. And so they can go one level higher up, which is small claims, which we meet with an independent appraiser and we both give our sides. And then they'll make a ruling. And if they still don't like that, they can go on to BODA, which is the 3rd level.
Okay.
And so all his have been finalized. So, just on our work, I just wanted you to see on page 6, last year we were at 6,379 parcels. We have to do 17% a year. So our re-inspections are what they're called. Up here at the top, we did 4,221 parcels where we physically went on site and did those appraisals. And then we went out on 491 sales. And then we had 1,141 building permits that we went out on last year. And then we had 2 parcels that we had to go back out because of appeals. And quality control, we looked at 524 parcels where we have out of our 8 employees, we have 5 new employees. And so we are required by the state those have to be looked at a little closer than some of our more experienced appraisers. Just maintenance forms. We had what are called, they just come through where there's deed changes. So we had 2,141 deed changes last year. And out of those, we had 948 that had sales validation questionnaires, which we have to call on every one of them. And then we go out and look at those sales, and those are what are being used for analysis. So that is part of our 491. So we're busy all year long. And then I wanted to show you on page 7, just the valuation that we brought in. So in new construction, we picked up $30,577,930 in new construction, which is part of our building permit. So we are working for the county to make sure that everything's level and equal to everybody. So overall, without our tax exempt, our appraisals went up about 9%, but that includes new construction. So without new construction, they went up between 5 and 7%. Our index was showing 5%, and some of them were remodels and some of them, so they changed in that nature. And at the bottom, it just shows, even though we have all of these valuations, 61 out of 60 parcels, 61% of that is utilities. We have down here at the bottom, the last year they have on record was 2024, and I pulled this information from the state. You can see out of our levels of appraisal, who pays the most taxes? The utilities do.
And that's dropped some as far as evaluations to what it was.
Well, I don't see those figures always. I think they go directly to the clerk's office.
I think
We
when
don't value state
know,
assessed
I
property.
think when I started, it was like in the upper 60s. So just the difference in
Yes,
the utilities to what the personal property or
yeah. And so I've had people come and tell me, this is off, not on paper, but, our valuations have seemed to have gone up a lot. Well, I think I went in and did our study. It was like 57% of our property is owned by people outside of Linn County. And 33% is approximately what Linn County people own. So we have a lot of outside influence that is addressing values. So that can change with that. So for my budget, it's pretty much similar to last year. I'm not raising it very much. Part of it was because I had some leftover funds in my payroll. I lost a lot of my higher salaried employees through retirement. And so I'm still dealing with a lot of, 5 of mine are a year less. Well, they're about a year less on their experience. So I'm setting my payroll. I increased it just a tiny bit, like 1%, from 378 to 380. And just to get a better idea, and that's including raises and stuff. So we had a little extra left in there last year that we had moved to the equipment fund. So I'm trying to get a better idea. These figures are without the COLA. So if there's a COLA, then that will increase. My contractual, I'm keeping it the same. We've been a little low under on our contractual, but our biggest thing with 5 new employees is, it takes a long time to build a good appraisal team. And so education is the key. So, and because there's so many new appraisers, they've lost so many RMAs, which is what my designation is. We only have 175 RMAs in the whole state. And so luckily Linn County has 2, but an RMA means that you've had a lot of years of experience in education. So with so many new employees all over the state, it's hard to get into the classes. So I have to leave my budget higher for education because I'm still not sure what classes we can get into. Because this year we've had a lot of people that have been in other classes and they got put on waiting lists because they're already full. So I never completely know on my education, but it's staying the same. My postage is going down because we have contracted with the same company that the treasurer's office did that are going to print our CVNs this year, change of value notices. So we're lowering it, our postage, and then bumping it up to professional services. So that is where the money got moved to. Commodities, I'm increasing commodities. We've spent over our budget for the last 3 years, so I'm increasing it a little bit from 11 to 12.
What is it? Mostly paper?
It's paper and it's fuel, our gasoline. With gas prices going higher, we never know, but it costs more.
Is that paper something that we have to do? I mean, is it?
Yes, because our only other service is to do field mobile, and that's about a 25,000 plus investment to move toward a system. And we're looking at that for the future. But to go field mobile where you take tablets, it's a whole software programming thing that has to be done. And you have to contract with a company that will do field mobile. And there are a few other counties that have it. Most of the counties are like us that still do paper. And mostly because since we moved from the courthouse, we only had really 2 printers, maybe 3, and we were all in one little area. But now that we moved to a new building, it's so much bigger, we're more spread out. So everybody then had to get a printer. Otherwise, you'd be up walking to another side of the building just to get your paper. So we had to we bought 4 other printers. And so we actually need another one too. And so everybody needs to be able to pull their paperwork. It's not that we're spending that much in paper, but it's just all the costs are going up. So just the goods. As fuel goes up, the price of delivering products and everything goes up. You guys know that. My capital outlay is staying the same. We've spent about $3,000 in it already. We had to buy a new printer this year, and that was about $8,000, but I pulled it was about 10, and I pulled 7 out of my capital, my equipment reserve, and then I paid 3 out of capital outlay, but I need to buy a couple more things for the office, so we're going to probably spend most of that. So that is basically it. My budget went from 447, 250 to 450. It didn't increase very much.
Good.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me? I did provide this information showing where all of our funds, I did not provide individual payroll information. If you need that, I can email it over to you, but
You have a copy that I can have?
yeah, everybody's got a copy of this.
You gave that to me.
I gave you,
Okay, that's
yeah.
right. I forgot.
Everybody's got a copy of it. So it just shows a breakdown on our office and how we function and when our stuff has got to be done and completed. And it's just a lot of extra reading.
I just had one question.
Sure.
I'm just gonna pull up. So it's been a few months when you came in and you showed Jim, Jason, and I our tax budget. And I guess my question would just be, I don't know if this is possible, because I don't know where we're at right now for, as a county. I haven't seen the mill, rate or anything like that.
Right.
But my question is, there would be a, like with what you gave us on this, you gave us this, right?
No, that's the treasurer's
Oh, so
paperwork.
did you give us this one or no? Did you fill this out for us? And help us with that on the valuations? I thought you had come into the meeting and helped us go over this.
No, that's not my writing.
Well, that's my writing, sorry.
That was back with the 90, yeah. the
Whenever they
ratio
were talking
numbers.
about the 90
The
some
91%.
percent increase.
Yeah, but that, and what I said that was misleading about that is,
I agree. That's not my question. My
Yeah.
question was when I was wanting to know, with what you gave us that day, is there anything that you could prepare, kind of like this? I know this is the treasurer's report, but I think you had printed it off or got it
Yeah.
for us somehow.
Mhm.
So let's just take mine for an example. This is where it is right now today, if we stay revenue neutral. But then if we don't, and we increase as a county or Valley Township or the school, can we show the increase, financial increase from where it
that's-
should be to where it's gonna be
well,
as the revenue neutral rates increase and get approved?
well, I did that for Pleasant, and they were asking, they sent me an email and was asking for what an 8% revenue over revenue neutral
Yeah.
would cost. And so I broke it down based on like a $10,000 house, $200,000 house, all the way up to, I think, maybe 300,000. I just told them what the revenue neutral would be. But it's just Pleasanton City's mill levy alone. With the county, you have every mill levy.
Give you the 2024 and 2025.
Yeah, it'll give them to you.
Your year before is already.
I'm asking for the
For the next,
future.
you're looking
I
for the
can't-
good. That's what you're
I
looking for.
can't tell you what the
Yeah.
future is going to do because I don't know what valuations we're going to be
Just,
picking
well,
up.
just this 2027. That's all I meant. Let's
I
say if
don't
we
know what
go,
everyone's budgets are going to be. I mean,
but if we can give you so let's say we get revenue neutral hearing in back from a Pleasanton school district, then you would know, right?
well, but that's what revenue neutral is going to do. I mean,
Yeah.
you're dealing with mill levies, and I took it based on 2025's mill levy.
We
So-
can even stay revenue, and correct me if I'm wrong here, we can stay revenue neutral as a county,
Right.
but with our evaluations going up,
Your mill levy should go down then,
yeah,
staying revenue neutral.
percentage wise with the utilities, if the utilities drop as far as percentage of the tax money,
Yeah, then
our taxes could go up on our
it's
side.
because you're dealing with the final value. You're dealing with how much
Being able
money
to
does it
appraise it,
take to
yeah.
run government? And then what is the mill levy going to have to be for each of those entities in order to meet the budget?
The county
So-
can take the same amount of money in, but a bigger percentage could come from the private individuals because utilities percent of the valuation went down.
Yeah, that's basically,
Well, I'm not going to be approving anything unless I fully understand it this year. So if I have a question and
come see me.
I
I'll
don't
do what I
understand
can.
it, I'm not gonna. I'll have a discussion here, but I'm not in favor of this year.
As evaluations go up, mill levies should go down if the budget is revenue neutral. That's basically it.
Yeah, I guess my main goal is to show the taxpayers
It's,
how the county, what we tried to explain in that meeting, with Dave, it's like the county did not exceed.
but if others do exceed,
But if others do, then this is what you're going to be paying due to the fact that the school exceeded revenue neutral. This is what you're going to actually be paying.
right?
This
Just
is their
because the
increase from
county goes
school.
revenue neutral doesn't mean your mill levies are necessarily
I
going to go
understand
down.
all of that,
overall.
but I
Less
think
than
that the
half of your
public
tax
doesn't
base, right?
understand that. And I want them to understand that this year. I'm not going through another year of being the county.
It is
I wanna
something for
educate.
taxpayers to understand. I mean, I've been in here 38 years and I understand most of it, and still I don't understand all the people that,
Less
with their
than
entities,
half
with
of
their
our taxes
budgets.
basically go back to the county. The rest of
Right.
the schools.
They go to all the other
The other-
entities.
Other entities.
And you can remain revenue neutral. But if the others, are not, then it's still, what is the final budget going to be? And how much valuation do you have to go into it? So 1 divided by other, it's the IRV, income over value times rate. So it's just appraisal. I mean, it's taxation. It's like that. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm not, I want to have examples. I don't know if you can help me with that as far as,
I mean, I can give you an educated guess based on last year and what you're thinking your mill levy is going to be and what everyone thinking. I mean, once I see all the
I don't
budget-
have that yet, so I
Yeah.
don't see.
I'm just a tiny portion of the county's budget. I mean, I'm just a tiny portion of it based on everyone else's budgets. We just have our own little appraiser's budget. So,
I'm not asking,
Yeah.
I'm not questioning that.
yeah.
It's not your budget, it's the forms, and I guess Joni would be more of the one to come in and explain all of this then. Pull it
That's
up.
each of the districts
Yeah,
and how much, valuation each of the districts are asking for, how much it's going to take to run their budgets.
I understand that.
Right.
I want to know if I can say, this is what it was, or this is what it should be. We have a base. Like, right now, we should have a base,
That's what we certified to, which was
and I
evaluation
don't have
based.
it.
Well, we sent
Where
it to the clerk's
is it?
office. It's in
Okay.
our abstract.
Can we get a copy of that? You know what that is?
I mean, I can email you a copy of the abstract. It's
I
what
don't
we
have anything.
certified.
Okay, I would like
We
that.
have to certify it, and I sent the clerk.
It's multiple. It's multiple. It's like a document.
Multiple?
It's
Yes, it's showing what each taxing unit has in valuation, because valuation divided into the budget equals the mill levy.
It's what I've been working on. We're currently working on.
So you're working on that with David Lamb?
No,
No.
that's with the state that we're working on that with.
So we certify values. That's what we've been doing in this, is we gather all this value. And so some of it's commercial, some of it's residential, but it all also breaks down by taxing unit, by school district. I mean, all of those
Okay, good.
reports.
Budgets, and looking at the bottom, I think you'll find the sheet that you want. It'll go with the rate and revenue neutral rate. Go into the
Yeah.
budgets.
Hold on.
So we sent
Right
that
here.
all.
Go clear the,
That one?
yeah. That's what you're asking for, I think. See there, that's what they're talking about. See your appraisals, the elderly employee benefits.
So you're going to deal with assessed value because,
That's your breakdown, I believe, that's what you.
Yes.
yeah, you're going to be dealing with assessed value because everything
Some of
is
them-
taxed at a different
some
rate.
of them are, is what you're asking.
Mm-hmm. I see
I
some.
mean, your commercial's taxed at 25%, your residential's 11.5, your vacants are 12. So all of those percentages break down into the assessed value. So even though you have a market value and we picked up 30 million in appraised, the assessed is going to be completely different because it's a percentage of the statute rate.
Seen it,
Sorry.
Lisa. That's all I'm saying.
So I can email it to Chastity, or you should have it if you can email them the email or the assessment rates. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Jim?
I don't have anything, thank you.
All righty. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good week.
You too.
Public Works?
Morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Katie Hanley, Public Works, Jesse Walton.
Thanks.
Want to start, in your packet, you received a revised Evergy MOU regarding the bridge east of the power plant. I believe the only change to it was item 15. Need the chairman's signature and one commissioner's signature and a clerk's signature, if that's acceptable.
Did you put the revised in SharePoint? Or is it just right here?
I believe it's just right there, and I included it in your packet.
That's fine.
I can stick it on SharePoint.
I'm assuming you stand where you were.
Where I stand, it doesn't.
I'll make a motion that we'll table the memorandum of agreement with Evergy to a later date.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
Cassidy, just go ahead and put MOU on the agenda table. Maybe in 2 weeks, we'll have a discussion. The attorney. I'll talk to Jacqueline first. Do you want us to keep this or?
Yes, please.
Okay. Do you want me to keep it in mind to do, or you want to keep?
Or I can keep it and bring it back next
That's
week,
okay.
whatever you,
Chelsea can keep it.
Whatever
It's
the
something
clerk
we
wants
need
to
to
do.
get done, but
can you lose it or do you want me to lose it?
you can go ahead. Sorry about that.
All right, next on my list is the sworn statement and proof of loss that was in your packet. This is, forgive me, don't know all the details for this project. It was a substantial project that involved damage to the courthouse, over $1 million. And this is the final, let's be done. Need a signature on there. This is going to finalize final payout to world premiere David Sutter, $75,002.38 plus a $10,000 deductible, $85,002.30. Just need your approval on that so we can button this up and your signatures.
Has Jacqueline seen all that?
I feel like we've
They
But
have
this
to go
up.
and fix a couple of numbers on that, and that is, everything that they owe us, so we can finish paying Dave. So once we get this check, then we'll be able to pay Dave and be done with that.
But it wasn't, correct me if I'm wrong, it wasn't financial numbers, it was a clerical.
There was financial numbers,
Oh,
and
was
there
it?
was a clerical number that got fixed on this.
So that's just from our payment from the insurance then, is what
Correct.
you're saying
Yes,
to us?
yes,
Okay. And then it balances out with what we owe as far as,
correct.
You want to
So when
review
we
this?
get this signed and sent back,
I got it.
Would you mind if we review it with the treasurer and then Chastity takes it and then we bring it?
So we've been all, this is what they owe us left for the insurance claim. So once this is signed and sent back into K-Camp to James, then Dave is going to send us a new invoice for that last $75,000 plus the $10,000 deductible that we owe.
we've never paid the $10,000.
We have not paid it. I checked with James on that, and James says we need to pay that to the contractor on that. So I made sure where that money went, if it had been paid, if it hadn't been paid. And that's what James has directed on that to do. So this is just the last proof of loss. We just need to get it signed and sent back to James so we can get that final payment from the insurance company
Just proof of.
so we can pay Dave off.
That's what I was just going to confirm, that we're waiting for this final.
Yeah,
check
this is
from the
what we've been
insurance.
waiting
We're not
on so we
cutting him
can-
a check ahead of time. Okay.
Yep.
And this will initiate that, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
We've been talking about Dave a lot, so these haven't really been payments to Dave. These are just sworn statements that we've.
That is correct. This is a
Correct.
sworn statement. This is what they've paid us. This is what they owe us.
That makes sense.
Is
'Cause
what
I've
they are.
signed this before, so.
Yep. So this is the last one that we need you to sign so we can get that into James.
And the other one's void?
The other one is void because there was a money problem on it. And I'd questioned it with Al and with James, and they
Okay.
did find out where the problem was. So these numbers are correct that are on there now.
This is pending, but when, and then we'll owe the 10,000.
I feel okay about it. I think I'm understanding. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that is correct. This has been a while that we have
Yeah.
been waiting for this to come. I know that we
We've
have
been
had
waiting.
several conversations, but we were waiting for those numbers to be fixed before we were going to receive a check from them and then be able to cut a check to David.
And then with the contractors all good with the same numbers. and-
That is correct. Yep, I went over all that with Dave before JD hired on. All the numbers are correct. So I feel JD on where we're at on this. So this will be the last deal so we can get final payment made to the
The
contractor.
contractor actually called me last week. I spoke with him and he's good with the numbers and
Okay. I'm fine with it. Are you okay with this?
Good with that.
I'll make a motion that we approve the sworn statement and proof of loss for supplemental claim of $10,953.92. That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 next item, just wanted to let you know that I attended the Linn County Emergency Planning Committee meeting. First one. My perspective was, I thought it was a good turnout, well-organized meeting, and very happy to see the level of proactiveness that they're working on, try to be ready for some disasters coming our way. Next, CDL quote that was in your packet for repairing the boiler in the courthouse. It's from CDL, like I said, the quote's in your packet. It's $10,901.83. So don't necessarily need action on that today. If you want to explore some other avenues, it's.
Is that just another section of the boiler that's leaking or what?
Yeah, so there's three sections of the boiler that are leaking, and that will replace those three sections in there. That $10,000. So that was what we had got back in April. I called them to make sure that that was going to still be a standing quote. The monies was still good, and they said yes. So.
How many of those have we replaced the sections of it?
You know, I'm honestly not sure. Before I came in, I know they replaced a few of them. But I know over the years, we're going to continue to replace sections in that.
I would say at some point in the future, we're going to move away from the boiler. At some point, we need to broach that subject. I don't know that we're going to be able to dig too deep in that subject this year since we're halfway through the year, so.
When do you need an answer? Where are you at on the boiler? Do you want to repair it and get
Well, I
ready
think
for
we
winter?
basically got to repair it because we're going to be just
In the
a few
winter.
months, you're going to need it.
You're in the six figures for a replacement for sure, so big money.
Is your recommendation just to do the repairs right now?
My recommendation?
Yeah.
I don't know that you have a choice, I really would like to be more efficient with it, I don't know that the boiler's the long-term solution, but I don't think we have a choice but to fix it at this point. I mean, we're getting ready to go into August. I think we need to make sure that it's operational before cold weather comes. And then I think we need, over the winter months, fall and winter months, I think we need to dig in and try to do a study and see what we want to do long-term with that facility.
Are you good with it?
I think that's something we can do right now.
Who is that from?
CDL. Yes, ma'am.
I'll make a motion that we approve JD Hanley to go out with CDL on the boiler repairs in the amount of $10,901.83. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Sorry. Ask for discussion.
Next thing is, in your package, you had a revised quote from Murphy on our John Deere road grader. The original quote was for $9,773.28. That's from Foley, actually. The new quote, because it went to Murphy, is that correct?
No, we're fully on this 12H grader.
What's this one?
This one's for the other grader we got
Gotcha.
fixed.
Guess I don't have that one with me. Sorry, I got them mixed up.
It's for the John Deere grader that we got fixed.
Same machine.
No. Different machine.
Two different John Deere.
No, this is a cat. This one's a John Deere.
So where's the new quote for that?
I'll present
Oh.
that one to repair that one grader to take to Murphy.
Yeah. All right, restart that one. So our John Deere road grader, it needs to go up to Murphy to get repaired. The quote is for $14,777.30. Like your permission to sign that and get get that ball bouncing so we can get that machine back out and working.
14,777.30.
Correct?
All problem with it, Jim?
Yep.
Make a motion, we allow JD Henley to take equipment to be repaired at Murphy in the amount of $14,777.30. That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Or any discussion, sorry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
It's in our email. Oh, you forget about that.
And this is the one they were working on and ran into more extensive problem.
That is correct.
Okay. All right, Commissioners, I apologize. I didn't have a line item in your packet for this. This is for our 12H CAT road grader. It's down at Foley. They dug into it. We were looking at $9,773.28, and they found quite a bit more wrong with it that had to be repaired. Need you to approve $12,879.63 to Foley for the 12H grader for those repairs. And we did get that machine back on Friday, and it went to the roads today.
Do you have an issue with it, Jim? I'll make a motion. We approve the bill for Foley for the road grader repair in the amount of $12,879.63.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Next item I have is in your packet, I reported that we started cutting the asphalt on the northern part of 1095 in preparation for culvert replacements on Friday. We did not make it as anticipated. That is going to start tomorrow. With that being said, I want to make some public announcements on some road closures. It's on the website if you want to review it for more clarity. I'll just read it. Please be advised that the section of road between 1850 and 2000 on County Road 1095 will be closed from August 3rd through August 7th due to culvert replacements. Also, please be advised that the road at intersection of County Road 1095 and 1650 will be closed from August 10th through August 12th for culvert replacements. And finally, please be advised that the section of road between 2000 Road and Highway 152 on County Road 1095 will be closed from August 3rd till the end of August, August 31st for culvert replacements. Obviously, we're trying, between the subcontractor and ourselves, we're trying to get all those culverts replaced in preparation for the overlay, which is slated to start late August, but probably shortly after Labor Day is what I'm guessing. So hopefully we get all them culverts in and replaced and get everything shored up before they come in to do the overlay.
We'll have road signs out everywhere for closures ahead of time. There is something else out here by the school where we had that detour. There's still signs up out there on each end of that.
Yeah, we have, get those taken down, so we got those removed.
I think that's all I have to report to commissioners at this time. I do need an executive session at some point today. Whether you want to do that now or later is entirely up to you.
Sherry here to report? You want to send Sherry in first?
She sure
report?
can, absolutely. Yep.
Then we'll go into executive.
Also, I'll report, last week I was knee deep. This week I'm waist deep. So the transition is going pretty smooth. I'm happy.
Oh, okay.
I'm happy with it, so.
Find a stool.
I don't anticipate going over my waist. So.
Thanks, JD. Hi, Sherry.
You guys didn't happen to print out my,
I didn't print it out.
okay,
We do have it.
yeah. I added one page of a discussion I'd like to have with you today. She has it, so I don't think she needs it. Okay. So I gave you a synopsis of the whole payroll for this year. Last year's total budget was good morning, Commissioner, sorry. Last year's budget was total of $373,950. And the proposed budget for this year is $379,450. So it's an increase of about, I don't know, $5,500. So on payroll, I have included a 3% COLA because I have not heard whether or not you guys are giving cost of living increases, but I included it in case such happens. If not, the budget can be reduced for payroll by 3,888 for full-time and $632 for part-time. So contractual, I've increased contractual for 2027 as the K camp increases are, I think, hurting everyone, but I went from $6,240 in 2024 to $10,178,000 in 2025, and now it is at $11,124.52. So this is making my budget for this category in need of revision, and in exchange of this, I am lowering utilities, which is noted next. I am lowering this by $3,700 as I think we will be fine moving forward. I moved that up to contractual, and I still have a needed cushion for increases in the utility category moving forward towards 2027, even after moving that money. City funds contractual is where the park pays for city parks in Blue Mound, Lacing, Linn Valley, Mound City, Parker Pleasanton, and Prescott. It is a budget of $3,000, and I'm leaving it as such. Commodities, we spend a lot on supplies for the spring of, so this fall I will be spending for next year. That's things such as needed tools, microwaves, refrigerators, AC heat units, electric pedestals, fire rings, and winter tune-up supplies and cleaning supplies. So the majority of that is spent in the fall. The spring tends to be more buying resale products so that I can restock the shelves, because from here on out, I just let our inventory run out. I still managed to lower this budget by going into 2027 by $4,000. Resale items, this has been a very it's the slowest year I've seen at the park. I think it's due to wet, stormy weather, the tornadoes, price of gasoline, and a bad economy. But I would like to leave, because I haven't spent as much, I'd still like to leave this budget as it is for next year so that we have the required money to stock the park when the economy picks back up. The gas tax commodity, this has not been used by most departments, but I did a little research, and I also talked to David Lamb, and that is something that needs to be put somewhere so that the clerk's office can put in for a credit from the state for the excise tax on gasoline. Capital outlay, the park will I have money, quite a bit left. I have 36,000. I need to buy, I talked to Jesse about it, but I'd like to buy a backhoe attachment for a skid steer, because we tend to be digging up a lot of water lines, and the guys, well, for numerous reasons, workers' comp, all that, it would be better to have a backhoe attachment so that we can dig, except for the parts that absolutely have to be hand dug. It's just an attachment, not a whole backhoe, and they're fairly reasonable. I think Frank looked them up for me, and they were around $4,000. I need all new or partial windows for the marina. The marina windows are terrible. I need new guttering on the marina. It's coming apart. Besides, it got hit by the tree that fell on the Ford LP11 truck. And so, in saying that, I will probably easily be spending the rest of that money. Okay, so
Whose truck was that? Yours or
it was Robert's.
Robert's?
Yeah.
So what does he drive now? Nothing?
He's driving the white snow plow truck, but we need that in the winter, and it's got a lot of miles on it. If it breaks down, we have no snow plow. So it should be replaced. So that's any questions on the budget part from either of you? Okay, you got something? No. Okay, while I'm here, I want to ask you about LP 11, which we were just talking about. Insurance, Chastity said had paid $5,358, and I have $144,000 in equipment reserves. Are you guys okay with me trying to purchase a new or a used truck in good condition to replace LP 11? Out of equipment reserve that I have 144,000 sitting in. Have a problem with that? Or is that okay?
I don't know. So Robert and yourself, you both drive vehicles. County
So
vehicles some?
so does Frank when he's there. Frank Palumbo, he's my part-time maintenance guy. And we need,
What does he drive?
he drives my old truck, LP10. It's
You
got
have three vehicles out there right now.
We do. But, okay, so if I'm there, Robert's there, if one of the other trucks go down, then Frank drives his own truck, which doesn't seem quite fair. But we try not to use, I mean, okay, so you're gonna have, what happens when the plow truck dies and then we have to refit another truck for the snow plow in the winter? And you've got both Frank and Robert out there working. And I need to have access to my truck. If they run off with it, then I'm calling them in to bring me my truck and they're quitting doing what they're doing.
Do you have any way for us to look at how many times you guys have gone out to the park after hours?
I can look on my texts. We haven't gone as much because I've kind of fixed that so that I don't have to go all the time. But I'm quitting next year, so you can figure that one out at that point. You know, whoever's new will probably have to go out more. Unless it stays in place, everything the way it is. I get more calls and texts that I have to answer on my own time. And so sometimes I have to go to the park.
And we're paying, the county pays for the, I guess where I'm leaning is, why did the trucks go home? Why don't they stay there? That's where I'm leaning.
Because, I don't know, the manager always got a truck. Don't know.
The manager, but that's 3 employees driving home every night.
No, they're not.
Oh, I thought you just said that.
No, I need another truck to replace it for a regular work day
So
hour.
okay,
No, the only truck that goes home is mine.
everything else stays.
Mm-hmm.
But Robert used to take the truck home until it got hit by the tree. Or no, that one always stayed there.
It's only the manager. That's it.
Okay.
So the white truck stays there and the other one, and Frank lives there, so he's right.
Now, do we blade all the snow off of it, or does the county ever blade the roads?
It depends, but we tend to blade, but we haven't had a lot of snow this last winter. I think they plowed once, but the county comes out, but we're the last people that usually get plowed, and we do have people there that have to go to work at 4:00 in the morning and such. So, I mean, you know, people need to get in and out of their emergency vehicles would need to get in and out of there. So they kind of tend to, unless we call them and we're in a dire need, they put us towards the last of plowing in the county. So, and weather's unpredictable, as we know.
Are you putting in there to any budget to finish the cabins out, or?
The rest of them, I assume that would come out of contingency capital outlay, which is what I used this year. And I mean, you know, I don't know how many more. One a year is probably plenty. It took a lot of my guys' time too, and it's pretty stressful to finish them up and get them done. So I kind of looked at it as one cabin a year, but if you have a different thing in mind, you'll have to let me know. So one more would be done sometime early spring next year.
I guess I'm asking, are you working on that? Or are you waiting for us to tell you that we're doing that?
I figured I'd talk to you about it in November when I come in for price increases for the park. When would you like?
That's fine. I just want to make sure that's on your radar.
It is. Yeah, I have planned for one a year. Is that adequate? Okay. Yeah, I do.
And even if it was gonna replace the truck, I mean, could we replace the truck with one with, uh, even a used truck with a blade on it and then do away with the white truck also? Then you'd have
Then
something
you
you
s-
could
so-
put the snow blade on. It was a truck you was using up there. instead-
Meaning then they could duly use it. They
Yeah,
could
I
use
mean,
it.
they could use it as a snow blade and then still have it be your park truck.
But we'd want a newer one. I mean, all these trucks,
I
LP10,
understand.
11, and the white one are like over 200,000 miles.
I'm not
So
saying that.
I know, I'm just talking
That
to
one
you.
sitting there that's only getting used for snow plot. All that thing's doing is costing you money.
Well, it gets used for other things, but it's a 19, I don't remember, it's old. But it gets used for other things because it has a flatbed on it, which sometimes comes better, more handy. So, yes, that would be a good option if where the blade's off it and we're using it also for otherwise with less miles on it. It'd be a great idea.
You could even have a pickup with
can bring a
a
chair.
flatbed on it that you
can bring
used
a
around
Maybe.
maybe.
So I just wanted to interject. In the coming weeks, I'm in the process of doing a health and wellness survey on all the vehicles and equipment and everything. See what kind of condition they're in, mileage, condition, problems, et cetera, right? And then evaluate what needs there are and if there can be repositioning done or if we need to purchase, right? So at some point, you got to cut your losses if it's a 90s model, but it may have value somewhere else in the family, right?
What I'm saying, what it says setting up there just strictly for a snow plow, not
Right.
much else. Maybe we put a snow plow on a pickup we use every day.
Yes.
I mean,
Exactly.
pop it on.
Yeah. So
It's a great
I mean,
idea.
if she needs it, she needs it. I've not
Right.
dove into that deep yet on the operation up there. I'm actually meeting with Sherry tomorrow. But if you would give me the opportunity to complete the health and wellness check, maybe
Okay.
we can make a little bit better educated decision. It's up to you all.
Anything else for me?
I don't have anything. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for the chair.
I'll make a motion. We go into executive session for 10 minutes pursuant to Kansas statute 4319B1 for non-elected personnel with JD Hanley, Jesse, the two commissioners,
Let's put the council in there too.
counselor. That's it.
Okay.
That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Returning at 11:15. There was no action. I'll open it up for public comment. Did you need something, Jesse? Okay. A citizen desiring to speak on an item not on the agenda may do so at this time. Discussion is limited to 5 minutes and the commission will not take action. Items introduced under public comment may become agenda items for a later date or time. Would you like to come to the podium? Sure. Just state your name and go ahead and address whatever you need to speak about.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Good morning. I'm Dan Tolenko, resident here in the county. And I happen to walk in the courthouse on a regular basis or occasional basis. I'm sure that you all have walked past it too, but there is inside the first door, there is a picture of all the local churches.
Mm-hmm.
And that has got labels that are below that tell about each of the names of the churches. And it's done on one of those old Dymo little wheel things that you would make labels with. And if you look at them, they just kind of look, they're falling apart. Some of them are coming off. And I just happen to own a label maker. And I thought, well, maybe this is something that I can do for the county, is to make new labels for that and, you know, put them inside that picture. It's something that I could do off-site, and then at one point in time, you know, the picture would either probably have to come off the wall to open and take the glass off of it and change the labels out with something that's new. And I'd want to make sure that my label maker, the adhesive on that would be appropriate for that. But I just, you know, happened to notice it, and I said, well, I'll maybe see if they want to have that done. And I was told that this is the place to start if you want to do something like that.
I don't have a problem with it. I wouldn't mind. Can we get your information, your phone number?
Oh, absolutely.
Give that to Chastity, and then I'll walk over there. I'll take a look at everything, take some pictures of it, and then maybe meet with you.
I mean, there's something to be said for, you know, if it works, don't fix it, you know. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's just something that probably could be. I think it could. Now, the address, street address on there is incorrect. That's a phone number.
What are your thoughts, Jim?
I'm good with it.
You know, I mean, it might be something that somebody did, you know, 30, 40, 50 years ago. And there might be a sentiment that says, oh, no, don't mess with that. But
I wouldn't know that.
yeah, give it a look-see and tell me what you think.
I'll walk through there, and then if you want me to report back next Monday, I can do that, and then maybe be in touch with you.
Yeah,
I think it's a great idea.
That's perfect. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Sure, you're
That's
welcome.
very kind of you. Have a great week.
Yes.
Come on, get another one.
Morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
My name is Dean Norton. I'm a property owner here in Linn County. Last week, I watched the meeting and saw you tabling a proposed vicious dog ordinance. I was appalled that one commissioner changed their position when the other stated they didn't want to pursue it. You stated that you would look at this again when you have more answers. Where are those answers to come from if it is tabled? With that being said, I'll continue. Under the guise of helping the poor, the county has instead allowed conditions that trap families in long-term hardship. Permitting permanent residents and campers without enforcing existing housing codes may seem compassionate, but in reality, it often leaves vulnerable people living in unsafe conditions with little opportunity to improve their circumstance. When the county chooses not to enforce existing codes because there are few affordable alternatives, innocent residents bear the consequences. In this county alone, 2 children have lost their lives in tragedies that stronger enforcement of existing safety codes might have helped prevent. Likewise, adopting a policy addressing vicious animals may have helped prevent another child's death. These are not abstract policy debates. They are real tragedies that have devastated families and left lasting scars on our community. Saying that a resolution or policy cannot be created because it is difficult or costly is not an acceptable answer when public safety is at stake. The cost of inaction is measured in lives, fear, and preventable suffering. Property owners of all the county cities, unincorporated towns, lake communities pay the same Linn County mill levy as rural property owners, yet services do not seem to be applied equally beyond law enforcement. All county property owners and residents deserve the same equal commitment to public safety and quality of life. How can the county justify having no policy to address vicious animals after a child has already died? To say the county has bigger problems to address is outrageous when it ignores the most important responsibility of government, and that is protecting human life. If even one child can be saved and families can live without fear, that is a return on investment that cannot be measured in dollars. I also heard the argument from this Board of Commissioners that if someone cannot afford to feed their dogs, they cannot afford to pay a fine. That misses the point entirely. The purpose of a fine is not to simply collect money. It is to deter dangerous behavior, encourage responsible ownership, and provide accountability before someone is seriously injured or killed. Conditions in rural farming areas are very different from those in towns and lake communities where homes are much closer together and residents and non-resident property owners share streets, sidewalks, and common areas. In these communities, dangerous animals pose a much greater risk. Today, some residents are afraid to walk through their neighborhoods, let their children play outside, or even sit on their own porches because of that risk. The county has both the authority and the responsibility to protect the health, safety, and welfare of its residents. It is time to enforce the codes already on the books and adopt policies that address known public safety hazards before another preventable tragedy occurs. Due to the hard work and concern of your code compliance officer and your county sheriff, you have a unique opportunity to adopt a meaningful and possibly life-saving policy. I respectfully request the commission add to the agenda revisiting the policy proposal by your codes compliance officer and sheriff. Please don't wait until another family loses a child before deciding action is worth taking. Thank you.
Thank you. I know I don't have to say anything, but I would like to address whenever you said that we tabled it. And that is accurate in how we had a discussion because there's only two of us. So if he's not on the same page as me, it's never going to pass. So I could make a motion, it's just going to die of lack of a second. So I wanted to wait until Jason came back so we could have another discussion with all three commissioners. Right now, that's not going to happen. And that's just where I'm at. It's tabled because we have a disagreement.
As I understood it, and I watched that meeting several times, it was tabled indefinitely. There was no agenda put to, or nowhere
Correct.
was that going to be put to the agenda.
Because I don't know
However,
when Jason's going to come back at this point.
Right.
So,
However, you could have disagreed and the motion would not have been tabled. You can't have a unanimous decision when the vote is 1-1.
right.
So that would not have been tabled if you would have held your position and said you wanted to leave it to the agenda in 2 weeks with the sheriff and the code compliance officer with their revised proposal.
This is the revised.
No, that you were asking.
I asked for a few other things.
You asked
and
for
then
some revisions.
if those revisions were made, would he agree?
Right.
It was a no. So it's tabled until someone
Right.
else can come back and we have a conversation.
Okay, that
Two
was
again.
not specified.
Well, that's where I
At-
am.
at the time.
But
Okay,
this is
so
what it is.
we can look forward to that
Yeah,
being.
For sure. This is my to-do. Haven't forgot about. So this is
Okay.
still in there.
All right.
But and then the other thing, on campers, totally agree with you. But
sorry?
people are living all over this county in campers. Nice,
But you have
run down.
You have codes. I see a lot of the issues and a lot of the dangers.
I think your concern is in the lake communities, right?
My concern is with the whole county.
I think that's also another thing that's in planning and zoning. So
But anyway, that's, what I have to say. So if you have any more questions, either one.
I don't have anything. I don't plan on not addressing vicious dogs again. It's just not the right time right now.
Okay,
So, but I hear what you're saying.
thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Is there anything else from anybody regarding public comment? You guys have anything? No? Okay. I'll go ahead and close public comment. Barry, do you want to go ahead and speak under old business today? How are you today?
I'm good.
Good.
Nice to see you all. Thank
Good to
you
see
very
you.
much. Barry Matchett, Clearway Energy. Taken to wearing glasses.
Yeah.
Getting old. So I just wanted to quickly enumerate, and I know we probably are not having a dialogue here unless something's changed from last week, but I just wanted to enumerate a couple things in the letter we sent over on Friday. And just because we sent a lot of information, what we tried to do was compile the information about the prospective transmission line into one document. I'll just highlight a couple of things for you. And that's the following. First of all, we are really grateful for the opportunity to be able to speak to you about it. We recognize that we're in a lawsuit, but we would prefer to not be in the lawsuit and to continue to move forward. So I just want to be very clear. That's Clearway's position here. We would like to be able to move forward expeditiously on this process. I want to note for the record that, the county has 150 miles of high voltage transmission lines in operation today, including on some of the parcels that we would seek to put this short 2-mile line on. We've gone through and looked at the map, the prospective route map that I provided to you last time I was here. The nearest home be 4,000 feet. It's a little more than 4,000 feet away. And there's only one home along that route. So I think that's a really positive thing. And again, I'd reiterate, there are about 3,000 square feet of footings, 3,000 square feet of land taken up by the footings for the towers. So a completely de minimis amount of land occupied. I wanted to emphasize just this. The transmission lines in the United States and those that are in the county are almost almost the most regulated kind of activity that can occur in a county. So just to quickly go over that, there are 4 national, regional, and state regulatory bodies that oversee transmission reliability. They are the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, the North American Electric Reliability Council, which is called NERC, the Midwest Reliability Organization, and the Southwest Power Pool, which is SPP. Those organizations then also rely on 5 national code and standard organizations that define how transmission lines have to be built and how they operate. Those codes and standards themselves run almost 2,000 pages, and they detail the safety standards and the construction standards and the operation standards of a transmission line. Of the many, many standards in those couple thousand pages, there are at least 13 full sections that specifically deal with the line that we would seek to build, just as the other transmission lines in the county adhere to all of those. At the state level, the Kansas Corporation Council has oversight. Under Kansas law, regardless of whether an entity like Clearway opts into being treated as a public utility, it remains subject to the KCC's wire stringing jurisdiction. The regulations in the Kansas statute adopt the National Energy Safety Code by reference. So there's stability there in that the state references the regional references the national codes. There are 11 separate agency reviews and approvals required for a transmission line. The approving bodies include Evergy, SPP, again, the NERC, National Energy Regulatory Council, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Kansas Department of Health and Environment, Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks, Kansas State Historical Preservation Office, again, the Kansas Corporation Commission, FERC, Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, and the Kansas Board of Technical Professionals. A lot of the approvals for a GenTie, a high voltage transmission line, occurred during the development of the line, and they're not a precondition to the line being developed. So I wanted to just clarify that. And then logically, I think you guys would be wondering about the long-term operations of any of the transmission lines in the county, including this one. There are 4 separate national rules that detail the safe operation of an existing power line. Okay, and I've delineated those in this letter to you. And then importantly, the Kansas Corporation Council, again, the Public Utility Commission in Kansas, retains the jurisdiction over the support, maintenance, repair, and reconstruction of the line, not its original construction. So it's the whole cradle to grave. And so I guess I just wanted to just mention that, you know, we remain committed to the safe construction and operation of this short 2-mile generation tie. And we think that the standards that are enumerated in the variety of codes and standards that I've just articulated are best captured in the contribution agreement concept that we've proposed to the county. So I think I've testified before, you know, there would be the regular taxes on the land that's, you know, we've got 3 parcels that are industrial that the line is prospectively to go across. And that would raise the property taxes on those parcels a fair amount, and that's well and good. But we believe in investing above and beyond when we build new infrastructure in the county. And so, as you all know, a month and a half ago, we proposed a voluntary contribution to the county. We structured it at $50,000 per tower. We think that there would be 17 towers, which would result in about $850,000 in a contribution to the county. We envisioned that as a one-time contribution. I want to tell you, we are also open to structuring that differently, to be one that would pay out over a number of years, if that's better for county budget stability. We seek your guidance and feedback on that. And just to wrap up, I cannot emphasize enough how much I appreciate being able to come in and visit with y'all. It is important to us to be able to proceed with this project. You know, I've watched y'all for many years, been here many years. I'm here again. The recurring theme of economic pressure is challenging at the company level as well. We want to proceed this as quickly as possible, and we would appreciate being able to cooperate on that. And we are very open to all ideas in that space. So I'll wrap it there. Again, I know maybe we're not going back and forth with questions, but I appreciate the opportunity to come in and visit with y'all. And if there's anything that we can do, please let me know. Melissa is here as well. We're very eager to proceed this process and this project. So thank you all.
All right, thanks, Barry.
You bet. Do you have anything else for me?
I don't think so right now.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. You ready, Chastity?
More executive session. Do you want to take care of that? The 15-minute
with you.
ones? Commissioners and the counselor.
That's the commissioners and councilors, 15 minutes.
Oh, sorry. It says financial affairs, so I just assumed you were
Yeah,
in there.
it's not me.
I'm sorry.
No.
That's I just thought it was you.
No.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll go into executive session pursuant to Kansas Statute 754319B4, financial affairs with the 2 commissioners and Jacqueline Paletta for 15 minutes. That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Returning at 11:50. There was no action. I will make a motion that we accept an offer for lots 2 and 3 in the Linn County Industrial Park in Lacing, Kansas, in the amount of $100,000. And motion to accept everything and anything that would it take to finalize the sale of this land. Authorize the commission to sign for this sale of property. That's my motion.
You know, state who it is.
I think I did, but it's Wellborn Sales
Okay.
Incorporated.
I'll second that motion.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Chastity, if you have anything else.
I have just a few things. Want to remind everyone that early voting is taking place right now in the courthouse, 8 a.m. to 4:30 each day. And then Monday, August 3rd from 8 a.m. until noon. I wanted to update you as commissioners to let you know that David Trebert is going to get back with me this evening to confirm a time and date. And so I will share that in an email to you ahead of time. I have a document here for the 6th Judicial District. They are needing their annual budget approved, if you're going to approve that, and signed. They have to return this to the state by August 15th. So if you will discuss that for a couple minutes, there's a location for you to circle that you're approving it, and then a signature right below where my finger's up there. And if I'm correct, they did not change their budget from last year.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm still here.
6th Judicial, did you hear that, Jacqueline? As far as their
Yes, sir.
budget, they're wanting us to go ahead and sign it.
Yeah, that's up to you all.
That's a deadline. That's what we're talking about.
What are the consequences?
I could not tell you that.
They have a deadline to submit it to the state. That's the problem.
Theirs is far earlier than ours is, so.
They approved it last year, and I guess it didn't change any. So.
I'm fine with it. We're gonna have to do a lot of cuts from a lot of budgets, and I hate having to do one and then another and then another one, and then we don't know where we're at. It just, to me, am I the only one that feels that I don't have everything in front of me that I need? And maybe you do. Maybe you do. If you do, that's great. It's staying the same. It's not increasing. That's fantastic. Did they send over the $90,000 contractual BAL?
I have not seen that.
What's the deadline for that?
Theirs is August 15th.
15th?
I think so.
Are there any others that are gonna have deadlines before ours?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
They are, if I'm understanding correctly, they are one on their own.
We have to fund it, so it's kind of one of those things. This is just we have to do this one, so. It did increase, it did not increase.
Just make a motion that we approve the budget for the 6th judicial.
Yep, I'm fine with it. If you wanna do it.
I'll make a motion to approve the budget for the just 6th judicial district court. The amount of $230,300.
I'll second. It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Ready?
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
The next thing I have is Linda Simons needs a resolution signed stating that she is your Linn County Emergency Management Coordinator and Director, effective July 20th. She needs this for KDM. And I also, so there's that, if you will sign that. And then I also need clarification in the video. Ally, in your motion to hire her, you stated as interim, but we, it was not interim. She is full-time, correct?
Yes.
I said it the second time interim?
Yeah, the last
First time.
meeting, the,
I thought I said
When we
from
came out of
interim
this-
to director.
that's the way I took it.
Yeah.
But I think according to the minutes on or the
Tape.
video, yes, it states interim. So I just want you to please clarify that she is full-time and,
She's full-time
okay,
director.
thank you.
I don't,
I
So,
agree. with
I
that.
can state it in this motion too.
Yep,
I'll make a motion. We approve the resolution appointing Linda Simons as Linn County Emergency Management Director effective July 20th, 2026. That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. This one is yours. That's approved.
okay. I'll need you to.
Can I get, once those are done though, those are gonna be stamped approved and then we get those back in a different folder?
Yep, I'll put.
Approved
file
budgets.
or Approved budgets. Mhm.
Okay.
And then I
Yeah, if I
just
stated that, I didn't, I thought I said it.
Just sign your name there. Just note
Okay.
that. The next thing I have is also for Linda Simons. She is needing, in a signed document stating that you as commissioners are appointing her to the Homeland Security Council. She'll need to be part of that to be able to do her job. So
Has she not been in the past?
she has been, but that was as no, I'm sorry, Randy Hegwald was beforehand, now with her being there. So
Will the fire chief need to be a part of that too?
I think I will inquire about that and confirm that, but right now, prior to Randy had been doing that. And Linda was not in on those meetings, but now with her position, she will need
If
to be
our
in on
chief
this.
comes on, we'll probably check on that and make sure
Mhm.
he needs to.
That the both would be.
Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Gonna read through it? You're good. I can make a motion. I'll make a motion that we appoint Linda Simons to Emergency Management Director effective 7/27/2026. That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 You gotta do this one. appoint her
Oh,
as
Jim.
Homeland Sec-
Sorry, Jim.
No, I meant you need to motion for her to be a Homeland Security Council. You did the
Oh.
emergency director. Now this is for her to be the Homeland Security Council. Sorry.
I'll make a motion that we appoint Linda Simons to Homeland Security Council effective July 27th, 2026.
Second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
The last thing I have is I have been receiving some emails in regards to the Kansas Association of Counties. That conference will be coming up December 7th through December 10th. Would you like for me to go ahead and get you registered and rooms booked for you guys?
I'm good with that. Wichita again, or
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
you said the 7th through the,
Yes, December 7th through the 10th.
okay.
What time on the 7th?
I don't think the agenda has quite come out. I will not be able to attend the entire conference. I will go out on a Wednesday morning and come back home on Thursday. So I'll only be there for a day and a half. But I think
Wait,
if
say
I,
that again? Did you say the 7th or the 10th?
is that Sunday?
That's Monday?
Yeah, it's a Monday. Mm-hmm. I think it starts technically Tuesday. I think we all went out on Monday. Yes. It's technically the conference itself is the 8th through the 10th. You would go out that Monday night or potentially that Tuesday morning.
I'm fine with that. And then, so just, she's just booking ours and whoever else.
Yes, so as Rick James mentioned last week, the District 1 commissioner that is running has no contest. So he would be into that position. And so that would be my question is, would you like for me to reach out to him to inquire of him attending that
I don't
conference as
think
well?
you can reach out until after the November election.
Correct.
That's why it was.
That's
You
what
have
it's
to
with
wait
me.
till the
Right.
election and then you can ask him, but you can go ahead and make reservations for someone.
I mean,
guess, in
you can-
Kansas,
That's-
can't you?
I would say just go ahead and maybe reach out to him and let him know that that's coming up.
Mhm. For him to
If
plan
you
accordingly.
are elected, this is kind of what's going to happen. Just kind
Make
of
reservations for one extra and then cancel, I guess, can't you?
Yep.
I'm fine with that. I
Okay.
think that's, you can put it under Jason and then change it to
the name.
him or whoever is elected.
Okay.
I'm good with
So I will get rooms booked and registration taken care of. And that is all I have unless you have something for me.
Do you have anything else, Jim?
Oh, man.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second it.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye.